Alright, everybody. So I'm going to start out by going over two same game parlays. I like one from each game. Then I'm going to give a recap of what I already posted on Twitter and all my single plays for today. So we're going to start out in this Hawks 76ers game. 3-point spread, 225 total. Feels good. I really think this does stay competitive. It's very important for both teams right here. 76ers want to get as much rest as possible for Embiid for next series, while the Hawks are trying to claw their way back and stay in the series. So I'm going to start out with something pretty simple. We're going to go 10 points each, and we're going to go Korkmaz, and we're going to go to Seth Curry. So right there, as it is right now, it is minus 115 odds. And by myself, I just like that. Both of these guys should hit this if they're playing starting minutes. We've seen Danny Green exit the rotation due to injury. Seth Curry's hit this in every single playoff game except one. In a blowout with only playing 23 minutes versus the Wizards. And Korkmaz almost consistently hits this number every time he goes over 20 minutes. With no Danny Green in the second half, we saw him hit this last game, and I expect some, him to keep that performance up. So if you don't just like the 115 odds right here and you want to spice it up a little bit, then what you can go down and do is how do both of these guys score their points? It's mostly going to be from behind the three-point line. So Curry and Korkmaz, if you add that in, for both of them to just hit 2 3-pointers, then that goes to plus 147 odds. So I'm thinking of a sprinkle on each one of these. One is the safer version. What you're essentially hedging for is Seth Curry hit 10 points once, but missed the 3-point number, having only one in that game. So what you're essentially saying right here is for the extra plus 147, you're hoping Curry has a decent day and gets there by making some threes. I'm pretty sure Korkmaz gets to 10 points, and if he does get to 10 points, there's no way it's not going to be with 2 made threes along the way. So that's in game number 1 that I like right here. Now we're going to switch it up. We're going to delete this real quick. And we're going to head over to the Jazz-Clippers game and do a very similar thing, where let's start out with Joe Ingles, who has scored 19 points in back-to-back games. He can get to 10 points. I mean, there's still no Conley. He is a good ball handler, and he's going to see 28-plus minutes like he did last night. No matter how good Mitchell is playing, there's good ball movement on this team. Ingles should score 10 points. We don't have to worry about that. Next up, we're going to move into the three-point line because, as everybody knows, everyone is going to be raining threes in this series. I mean, the Jazz lead the league in three-point attempts, and I believe three-point efficiency along with that. So we're going to go down, and we're going to go, how does Ingles get to 10 points? Well, he's made 4 threes in back-to-back games, and he went 1 for 8 earlier in the series. So I'm counting on Ingles to get to that 10-point mark with the 2 threes on the way. It's all about correlation right here. And then finally, we're going to go, who's someone that I actually am playing for above this, but I think can boost up the odds a little bit. And it's going to be Reggie Jackson to make 2 threes. So right here, we get these odds. It's a solid minus 108. We get 108 for a pretty simple task of Ingles getting to 10 points, which he's already done in 2 of the 3 games of the series. And then we're going to have him make 2 threes, which he's done in 2 of the 3 games pretty easily. In fact, he did that in the first couple minutes of last game. And then next up, Reggie Jackson. He hit this in 6 of 7 games in series number 1, and all 3 of 3 games this series, averaging 4 this series and 3.1 last series. He'll definitely get there. These are 2 really easy, low-stress parlays that we don't have to worry about guys going for 30 points, and we can get them going for 10. We're depending on the correlation. We're depending these guys hit their shots, and I'm a big fan of these parlays. Next up, I'm going to recap what's already been posted on Twitter. So number 1 unit, Joel Embiid over 30.5 points at minus 110. So far in the series, he scored 39, 40, and 27. Along with that, he's had 15 free throw attempts in every game. He's getting to the line. The double teams aren't slowing him down. He'll be ready for that. They'll be ready to attack. Last game, they lost. He was doubled pretty hard, yes, but they lost the game because he only took 14 field goal attempts. He's one of the best, if not the best player still in the playoffs. And I really I can't see him not getting to 30 points in a game that they want to win, in a game that he's going to play 40-plus minutes in. It's really hard for me to see him not get to this landmark. We're sticking with the same thing. We're going with our superstars. We're going Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 three-pointers made at minus 110. Conley is now out. He's had 6 He went 6 for 15, 6 for 12, and 5 for 9. And in the 5 for 9 game, he even left early with an injury. He probably would have knocked down another 2. So asking him to get to 4 isn't even that tough. Yes, he does have the Kawhi Leonard coverage on him, but that didn't stop him last game. He wants to get his looks. He's a volume scorer. He's a great player, and I'm really confident. Those are my 1-unit plays. Now I'm going to go, or actually Reggie Jackson, sorry. Also 1 unit over 2.5 3-point made at minus 125. So I've included it in the parlay right here, but we're also playing this one as an official 1-unit bet for one more 3-pointer. And like I said before, in series number 1, he averaged 3.1 3-point made on 8 attempts a game. He's getting the volume. He shot 35% in those 7 games. And now in this series, he's hit it in all 3, and he's shooting 64%. If the Jazz are going to keep attacking the air like we know they do from the perimeter, every single guy can knock down a 3 except Gobert on the court. So we know he's going to be in there to match those 3-point attempts. I love it. He's hit this in every playoff game except once. I'm confident. Now from our half-unit plays, I've got Jordan Clarkson at over 3.5 3-point made at plus 140. Everyone's going to be chucking 3s this game. Clarkson has hit this number in every game this series. I got some great odds at William Hill at plus 140, but it's plus 125 on Bovada, and it's plus money everywhere. I like it for half unit, all those prices. He's going to play 27 plus minutes, and if Mitchell actually is suffering from the injury that we think he is, then this is good news for Clarkson. He's a usage monster. If Conley being out is already leading to him getting some more second-team minutes. But if Mitchell is now nursing a sore ankle, then Clarkson is going to take all the shots in the world. Next up, we got Bogdanovic, over 22.5 points plus rebounds. I also like this at over 17.5 points. I like the rebound upside he has, but he's hit this in 2 or 3 games this series, with this one miss being at 21. He's played over 36 minutes in every game, and I love it. Finally, I talked about this last time. I'm running it back at half unit. Trae Young, under 3.5 rebounds, minus 150. I also like this at under 2.5 at plus money. Trae has no rebounding responsibility. We talked about this last time. He had 0 last time, so we correctly hit that for 1 unit. But with the odds, I'm scaling down. This is the highest odds I've played all season, but I'm gonna do it. I love this play. It's one of my favorite of the season. I don't want to go full 1 unit for the minus 150, but I like half unit under 2.52. This is gonna be on my radar for the rest of the playoffs as long as they make it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate the support. Good luck.